What's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so the whole music industry is talking about what went down with Tekashi 6ix9ine and Meek Mill. So Wack100, I guess he saw the video like all of us, and he took a different perspective, man. And a lot of people are agreeing with Wack100 is saying. Now, Wack100's take on this is that Meek Mill took an L last night. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tekashi 6ix9ine ran down on Meek Mill allegedly, right? In all actuality, they both had two groups of security that were bumping. I mean, at the end, Meek Mill showed a video where his security were barking on Tekashi's security, and it looked real crazy, man. 6ix9ine was out of the way and out of the picture at that time, but I mean, it was a volatile situation. It was a very crazy situation. And it was all brought on the fact that, 6ix9ine waited outside and tried to run down on Meek Mill, and Meek Mill's security wasn't having it, and Tekashi's security wasn't letting Meek Mill through. Now, Wack100 somehow thinks this is an L for Meek Mill. Now, I don't agree with Wack100 this time, man. I think he's half right. And I also think he's got his timetable mixed up of how these events built up and took place and why Meek Mill was drawn into this thing with 6ix9ine. Before I get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Wack100 just a little bit. Now, contrary to popular belief and, popular opinion out there, I actually agree with a lot of the things that Wack100 says. Like, I like the video of him getting into it with the dudes outside of the restaurant. That was one of my favorite uploads that I've uploaded. But Wack100 on this situation, I think, is half right. Like, I think his whole position about picking weak targets and stuff like that is correct, man. There's a lot to be said about cats who do that. And, you really ain't street, man. I learned that lesson and was taught that a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to go with the group and go by yourself. You know what I mean? You can't have it both ways. And not to say that Meek Mill has to listen to that advice. And that's going to be my second part of this and why I think Wack100 is wrong. But, man, let's get into the video that Wack100 dropped. He dropped a video, and it was rather lengthy. So I'm going to break it up into pieces and tell you why I either agree or disagree with his portion of it. But here goes the first part, and then we'll talk about it in a second.
All right. Everybody seen what happened. Now, let's set the table right now. This is real shit. I'm tired of it's like selective politicking. You want to change the channel when you want to change the channel. Nah, nigga. Nah. All you niggas, your lyrics, when you carry yourself, you pop that. When the ball in your court. But nigga, when it's go time, niggas go time. All y'all out there who done walked them yards with me, all y'all out there that done walked them yards, you understand where we come from? You understand that we accept the fact that we finna go out on this yard where it's 5 gun towers that say no warning shots and it's 500-600 inmates who gonna be trying to blast you and hit you with battery packs, and we still make the decision that based upon what the situation it's time to get down, it's time to get down. Check this out. I watched niggas chase down Safari, a non-affiliate, very humble individual. I watched niggas chase Safari down. You Black Lives Matter niggas, another black man. Safari don't bang. He ain't did nothing to nobody. He ain't did no diss. So he ain't. But I watch niggas BET weekend chase Safari down. That was gangster, right? Okay. Now this little dude, the little rat dude, y'all know what I'm talking about. He minding his business, whatever.
Okay, now up until that last part right there, I agree with everything that Wack100 said. When Meek Mill and them ran down on Safari, that was kind of messed up. I mean, I did not agree with that at all because Safari is lame. I mean, he's not a lame because he's famous and he got a little bit of money and he's got a pretty bad wife or whatnot, man. Erica Mena or whatnot. But, for all intents and purposes, Safari is not a rah-rah dude, man. Running down on Safari does not prove anything. But I had to stop it because Wack said that 6ix9ine was minding his business. In what world did that happen? This is where I say his timetable is messed up. Now, I'm going to rewind it for you guys so you understand, or rewind time back. When 6ix9ine was released, he came out with a list of people he was going to diss. And Meek Mill was at the top. It was like the first, if not the second video that he released after getting his privileges back to be on Instagram and stuff. He was talking about Meek before Meek was even talking about him. So what in the world is Wack100 talking about in this situation? Dude never minded his business or kept to himself in that situation. So for that, he's wrong. That's why I said there's a lot of half right and a lot of half wrong. Meek Mill was definitely dragged into the situation by Tekashi because 6ix9ine came out and said that Meek was a snitch because he associated with Desiree Perez. And everybody understands what's going on with that, with the Rock Nation president. There's been a lot of scrutiny about that situation. So Wack100, he was off on that. And to be honest, Meek was at home chilling, man, and Tekashi called him out. So, I mean, it's the opposite, to be honest. But, man, let's continue.
And the rapper addresses it. Niggas on Clubhouse addressing academics about why they supporting the rat nigga. Niggas is on academics pressing him, another civilian. Talking real greasy like it's on like that. Hey, listen, with anything we do that we call this game dope dealer, you accept the fact, nigga, what come with that? Whole lot of money, whole lot of time, whole lot of killing, whole lot of telling, everything that come with that, you accept that, nigga. That's just what it is, right? I don't want to hear that niggas don't want to go back to jail. Then keep your mouth shut, nigga. Don't address the rat. Don't talk like it's on with the rat. If you gonna pick and choose when it can be on, oh, all of a sudden, nigga can't handle his business. Nigga, he with his team, you with your team, nigga. Tear it off. It's just that simple. Whatever come with it, come with it.
All right, now I stopped this just to say I agree with all of that, right? If you got that same energy for Safari, okay, man, then you definitely need to be able to go when it's time to go. I agree with that part, right? But, you know, that was a while ago, and Meek Mill has been through a whole bunch of situations since then. And you got to allow for personal growth. Now, when you still saying that and putting that in your lyrics, and you pressing cats like academics, you dead wrong, man. Because academics, man, for all intents and purposes, he doesn't do anything like to anybody. He just reports on what he sees and makes it in a comical way. Now, him and Meek Mill have had their issue, but man, for the most part, academics has been on the right side of that. Like, I mean, all his arguments stand up, man. Now, Wack100 is 100% correct in all he said right there. But let's not forget, because I'm going to revisit this point later when we get into the video, King Von, he was with his team. Quando Rana was with his team. You know what I mean? And you see how that ended up. And everybody was saying, well, King Von was too big to be out there. Meek Mill is on boss status. Like, he's taking pictures with billionaires. He's hanging out in different circles, bunny hopping for messing up in tennis. You know what I'm saying? He's at a different level of money than anybody he can get into it with right now. 6ix9ine's pockets can't touch his. Wack's pockets can't touch Meek Mill's pockets. You know what I mean? And I hate to be pocket watching and putting people on a pedestal or on top of their wallet, man, but you really can't talk from his standpoint when he's in boss status. That's just to be honest. But let's continue.
Good, bad, or the ugly. Nigga pulled up, spitting out his mouth, talking greasy.
You got 3 different calories.
This is where Wack100's argument really started to fall off for me. We're negating the whole fact that Meek Mill is a boss again, dog. Like, he's supposed to crash dummy out. He's supposed to crash out for 6ix9ine because he shows up spitting. Yeah, man. It's a situation where there's a reaction that the streets respect and there's a reaction that the boardroom respects. And Meek Mill is transitioning, obviously, into the type of person that he wants the boardroom to respect. And ain't no way in the world I'm about to go back to a cell and crash dummy out just to get the respect of Wack100. That is bad advice, man. And nobody is saying this part about it, but we'll continue.
Nigga, that's a disgrace to that city you from, nigga. And it's real niggas out there. And I'm tired of you niggas want to selective politic like, oh, because of... Hey, if you worried about the police, nigga, stop addressing the nigga. Anything that incites violence, keep your motherfucking mouth shut if you worry about the police, nigga. I ain't worried about them in broad daylight. I ain't worried about them in front of the precinct. Nigga, you come playing with me, nigga, it's gonna get hot real fast. And whatever come with it, come with it. Because that's what it is. Or stop rapping that rapping. Tone it down, nigga. Niggas talking all this. All kill, niggas so on and so. But then niggas just, when it's on, nigga, you just gotta me up. Push up on me with your security, nigga, and it's on, nigga. I'm getting off, nigga. You just gonna me up, nigga. And I'm gonna get off in more ways than one. If it's your squad, my squad, that man, undercover police, whatever you wanna call him, the minute that man advanced that man, nigga, it didn't matter no more. That other man would have been defending himself. But where your heart at with it, nigga?
Okay, now once again, in that part, I halfway get his point, man. Everything up into that last part was correct, man. You know, but let's go back to the King Von situation. What did everybody say? They were like, yo, King Von has too much money out of that crew to be the one who's running up on people. Like, okay, in a scenario, if Meek Mill could have said, you know what, 6ix9ine, we've been talking greasy about each other. You came out, you said something about me. I've been pressing people saying stuff about you. Let's run the fair one. I understand that. I agree with Wack100, 100% if he would have said that. But for him to say that, yo, he's supposed to crash dummy out and just run in head first, no, man, that's not how bosses act. That is not what a boss does, and that's not how a thinking person acts. Yeah, when you a rumble tumble dude and you in the street on the street level, that's what's expected, man. And I understand the mentality he comes from, and I understand what that's about. So I get what he's saying. And there's a lot of truth and there's a lot of heart in that, man. And I understand that. But to tell somebody with millions of dollars to crash out, ain't no way in the world, bro. I'm sorry.
Really starting to irritate me, my nigga, because you niggas be out here playing with it. If you ain't willing and ready to play ball, nigga, get your court off the field, nigga. Because on that field, niggas get hit. Some niggas win. Some niggas get injured. Some niggas die. Get your ass off that field, because niggas damn sure chase Safari down, my nigga. Chase that nigga down like he was a dog. What's up? What's happening? Nigga, what's the difference between Safari and the Rat Boy? Rat Boy talking greasy. Safari ain't even that type of nigga to be doing all that type.
Now, Wack100 posed a question. He said, what's the difference between Safari and 6ix9ine? Before I answer that, I do agree with his point where he said, Cass ran down on Safari and he ain't deserve that. Because he didn't, man. Come on, man. It's Safari. Safari's one of them dudes who, when you're in high school, if somebody beat them up, the whole school would be mad at them. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, why are you beating up Safari, dog? Like, dude is harmless as harmless could be. He's kind of corny, but he's fly enough to where people like him, man. You know, he's a likable dude, but he's just that likable, corny dude, man, which is no problem, man. And he seems to keep to himself and do his own thing. You know what I mean? And it seems pretty respectable, to be honest with you. So I never got that, why Meek and them ran down on Safari. It wasn't cool. Now, the difference, though, is Safari is an easy target. He's out there at BET weekend and he has no security. And Tekashi has mountains of security. Him and Meek Mill barely got to even talk to each other. 6ix9ine, his security is huge. Meek Mill's security is huge. And what scenario was this about to work out where they just smash out or whatever? The security's going to fight the security? Bruh, there's law enforcement on both sides of that. And they have a job to uphold and things that they need to look out for. So that's not the scenario that's ever going to play out. So, I mean, I know he was putting in a lot of sauce, man. A lot of gang spit about, you know, taking it to the field. I didn't heard a lot of that stuff my whole life. And it's good to motivate a young cat who's 16 and don't know nothing from nothing. But when you're talking to an adult, a grown man who's literally on boss status with millions in the bank, nah, man, I'm not crash dummying out just to appease you. It's just not gonna happen like that.
Niggas tripping behind a you know what I'm saying? Disrespected, Nikki. Niggas tripping behind a female, my nigga. This nigga done violated, just called your name, pulled up, spit a rat, pulled up on a nigga. Man, check this out. 6ix9ine won that one. I don't give a nobody say, oh boy, if you worried about going back to jail, leave that man alone. I suggest you press restart right now. Stop addressing 6ix9ine. Stop addressing academics. Stop. Don't say nothing. Don't say. If you ain't ready and willing, nigga, to jump in that fire, nigga, when it get hot. I'm going to leave it like that, nigga.
Now, Wack100 was 100% right in all of that. All of that was facts. Meek Mill should not be talking about the situation with 6ix9ine and all that, or even addressing academics. Come on, man. Don't go at academics. Like, y'all know, I say this all the time, man. There's like 3 people in this whole hip-hop media thing that I would never say anything bad about, and I respect a lot. And academics is one of those cats. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't riding jock. That's just being honest, man. And Meek Mill was wrong for that, because they tried to corner him on Clubhouse, and man, it was a setup, just like Meek Mill got set up. So I mean, you definitely were on the wrong end of this, you know, if you're trying to maintain a gangster persona. Now, if Meek is still trying to maintain a gangster persona and didn't react in a gangster way, I agree with Wack100 100%. I'm telling you, man, he's 100% right in all that last part of what he said. But if Meek has grown since then, especially since the Safari incident, I mean, that was years ago, bruh. If he's grown since then, and he's really not about that, and he's really not running down on cats, and he's really not about that type of action or even focusing his music and energy on that, ain't no way in the world I'ma let somebody who's a known informant or a known rat, as everybody's saying, trick me out of my position when I'm eating good, living good, driving Lamborghini trucks. Man, Meek is balling, man. When championships came out, he was getting something like $250,000 a show, yo. There were some places that was paying him $250,000 a show. Yes, you heard that right. And that was confirmed. Ain't no way in the world I'ma leave all that to go back to the cell that I just had to fight like you know what to get out of. No. He just had all these billionaires on the line and everybody fight on his behalf just so he can run back to that same cell. No, I'm not doing it. That is bad advice, Wack100. Ain't no way in the world. Now with that, maybe I'm wrong. And this video has ran extremely long. Well, what do you guys think, man? Do you think that Wack100 is right, that Meek Mill should have addressed the situation like a street dude because he talks that street talk? Or is that a dumb man's game, not a thinking man's game, and he really should have just, you know, played it how he played it and then save all this up for later and see what it really is? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.